Hello, Mr. Astoria here, and I want to talk you through OneNote's Immersive Reader in this tutorial. Now, Immersive Reader is actually integrated into Microsoft's new Edge browser, but you have a little more functionality when using it with OneNote. What it allows you to do, essentially, is take any text and have it read back to you with a few different options to make the reading easier. So what we're going to do now is just open up a piece of text. This is just from the internet, and this is in fact an excerpt of The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe. So to import the text into OneNote, and I have my OneNote page open just here, I'm just going to go ahead and click and highlight that second paragraph that I'm interested in. I can right click and copy, and then I can just right click over here and paste. It's going to put it into a nice little box for me. Of course, I can further work with the text by highlighting it, and then going over to the Home tab and changing things like my font and my size. But what really is interesting is when we go to the View tab, because that's when we really start to see the functionality of the Immersive Reader. So as you can see, Immersive Reader is here, third from the left, and we're just going to click on that. You're going to see a little bit of a different screen appear. And here we have the text that we've brought in to OneNote. And our options are largely up here on the right, although we can use these to change voice settings if you want a female or a male. If you want the speed, obviously towards the turtle is slower. This would be a regular reading speed. And of course this gets faster and faster. For right now though, we're going to leave that at the default 1. And I think a male voice for now. Now if we click the play button down here, it'll just play and it'll read it out loud to us. And here we go.
It is impossible to say how first the idea entered my brain, but once conceived, it haunted me day and night.
Okay, so it can sound a little stilted and robotic, but the other tools are really where the Immersive Reader comes into its own here. And so we go up here to Text Preferences, and of course we can make the text smaller or larger just by sliding this up or down. We can increase the spacing of the words if that makes it easier for us to read them on our eyes. Of course, we can set it back to normal. We can also go with 3 very easy to read fonts, and we can just change between them if you like. And again, we'll move the text size back down a little bit. We can use color themes, and these may help it go easier on our eyes, may help us to better read the text in front of us here. We can use more colors if we like, but for right now we'll stick with the basic ones, and I'll go back to that black on white. Up here we've got grammar options. This is really kind of a neat way to start to learn parts of speech if you're not particularly clear on some of them. So different colors you can choose for the highlight, but for now we'll just turn on and you can see all the nouns pop up in purple. Now you can leave that on and also choose verbs to come up in red. And if you just want the verbs, you can switch off the nouns. Of course, you've got adverbs and all these other things here, so different parts of speech. As well, you can syllabalize the words. So if you want to really break those words down into discrete syllables, you click that option on and you're going to see never give in me insult. Going to the reading preferences here, we can see it can focus in on individual lines. You can choose sort of the 1 line, like a 3 line, or a larger section. It will even translate into a different language for you if you want to try. The translation is not perfect, but it's actually really quite good. So these are just some of the features you have in Immersive Reader, and it's a really great tool for you to use to have your own paper read back to you, to read words out to you and break them into syllables if you're not particularly familiar with the words, and just overall a really great tool and a great addition to OneNote. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial.